you guys would have went 5 higher about, you would have been right. Technically.
My immature brain, I wanted to say 69, but I was but no, so we'll go with the even number, but I should have just stuck with my gut.
The Blitz.
Here we go. I know you guys will appreciate this name. Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
What better name to strike fear than oh boy, I can't.
Forrest Gump must love that team.
Boy, I'm not looking forward to playing the Jumbo Shrimp this weekend, boys. I don't know about you, but boy, I don't want to step foot on that field.
On 91.3 FM WBNY.
For some reason, the first team that came to mind isn't even in the MLB. I'm like, oh, Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah. Wrong sport, buddy. Wrong sport.
Grasshopper.
I saw a praying mantis on the sidewalk today on the way here.
I saw one dead in the parking lot yesterday.
Whoa! Welcome to the Blitz on 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo, Buffalo's original alternative. Since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State Student Activity Fee. My name is Dan Dale, also known as Double D, joined by Chris Giacobello today, at least just us two today.
So far.
Frank's supposed to be joining us sooner or later. You know, he told me 10 to 15 minutes late. So lately, he's been giving more leeway for himself. So I'm assuming 5.
We'll give him a little break today, Dan.
Do we have to? I don't know. I don't have to agree to that.
It's the cold weather now.
Oh, no, you are not using that excuse for him. No,
he's
way.
A Florida guy, Dan.
What does that matter? You're from Philly, you know.
That's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh my God.
All love.
Lousy excuse here. There is no excuse for cold weather. You know, that's like a teacher getting, it's too cold to go outside today. I'm going to stay in. No!
But I bet you would love to have a teacher who would be like, all right, no class today, it's too cold. Would you not?
Look, in Buffalo, there's only one thing that gets you out of class. There's 2 things that get you out of class. Either A squirrel gnaws through the electric cords and causes your school to have a power outage, or there's like 20 feet of snow out there. 20 feet, at least. We're Buffalo. We'll go through anything almost.
Did that first part actually happen?
Yes, at my high school.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so no, that's true story. True story that randomly one day a squirrel sacrificed its life so we did not have to go to school.
He said, you know what? I don't want these kids to go to school. I'm making the ultimate sacrifice.
He decided to gnaw through the power line.
Shout out that squirrel.
Pretty ballsy move. I hope he rests in peace. He's up there, having a great time. But I mean, if that was one of the weirdest calls I think I ever got from the school saying, "Hey, we're not having school today."
Oh yeah, I definitely would have been just
because it was like shocked. A whole news story on it.
Yeah. Whole
news story. Like Channel 4, I think, went out, Channel 2. And they're like, yeah, this local high school had a squirrel sacrifice its life. Huh?
I mean,
do I still believe?
Interesting article, I guess you could say.
I don't know if they found the squirrel or if it really wasn't a squirrel. I don't know. I would like to believe it was a squirrel. I don't remember if they ever found the body or anything of the squirrel. But it is just too weird of a story. Or too weird of a phenomenon not to share at one point. But never mind that. We got to move on. We got to talk some sports. Yeah, sports. And the MLB Open. I only break it out once in a while. Mostly because it has Tanner Saunders in it and he's not here anymore. But I love that intro. First intro I made. I have to make a second one at some point for the NHL with Joe and his crazy guesses that one day in the ECHL affiliate game. That's usually how I get my opens. Love them. But the MLB season is officially over. It is 147 days, or now 146 days until opening day again. So a lot of free agency is going to be happening soon in the MLB. Same with spring training and everything else that comes around. Coaching firings, GM firings, whatever else there may be. Coaching hirings. And it all ended on Wednesday when the Texas Rangers finally left the field with that trophy. They were only one of, I believe, 7 or 6 teams never to win a World Series. Now, I know on Wednesday I said, 10 years ago they won a World Series. No, it was that they were one pitch away from winning the World Series about 12 years ago.
Wow.
So it was their first appearance in 12 years to get back. And
It's a long time.
I mean, they broke, that was the longest cup or trophy drought in the MLB. So I think it was 69 years, something along the lines of that many years. Now it's the San Diego Padres, I believe, who are now that leader of that category to never win a trophy or a World Series. So
the drought moves on to the next team.
Right, and they're probably not going to win for a long time. They're not doing well at all. Because there was reports that the owner of the Padres had to take out a $50 million loan just to pay players and
just to pay his own players.
The dude spent way too much money. I mean, they have, I think, 3 players who are on $300 million contracts. 3?
So that's...
I believe it's Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, and Juan Soto, and they're already looking to move Juan Soto away. The huge market right now is the Yankees to take Juan Soto as a left fielder, so he could actually have somebody play in left field once in my entire life.
It'd be interesting if the MLB actually would implement a salary cap.
They never will.
Yeah.
I mean, they never will.
It would be nice, but that's never.
Well, I mean, I think there's always everybody's like little hope that they would introduce a salary cap, just because teams like Oakland, Baltimore, maybe Seattle. I mean, Seattle kind of finds money when they need to, but I mean, a lot of the worst teams don't have a lot of revenue coming in, even though it is a revenue sharing league.
Mm-hmm.
So, some owners are just crappy. Kansas City Royals, Patrick Mahomes, even though he's only part owner,
he's partially crappy.
Right, he's partially crappy. So, I mean, it would make it a more fair league in the sense that, hey, you could only have this amount to spend on players, and be like, okay, so everybody has to abide by this. It's all like an equal number. You can't spend or give somebody $500,000, because we will probably see somebody get $500 million this offseason in Shohei Ohtani from whichever team decides to bid on him. But that will never happen. It is just, owners like to spend money.
Yeah.
They're in that position where big markets are able to spend, little markets aren't as much. They're able to sign the scraps, but, they're not making any huge major moves. Their major moves are usually through the draft. Cheap guys, cheap way to get in. I mean, Baltimore did it really well, where they just sucked for a long, long time.
Yeah, now
built up the picks, and then now it's all coming out on the field. So they've kind of redefined how the league works a little bit with the draft. But besides that, no, salary cap won't ever be that way.
In the MLB, but who knows? Maybe in the very, very distant, far future.
Maybe. I mean, it's probably when the world is exploding.
Yeah,
when that's gonna happen.
A dream at this point. Not the world exploding, but
right.
the salary cap.
Right. But the Rangers win the World Series 4-1.
First World Series title.
First World Series title after beating Arizona 5-0. Arizona had a lot of chances to stay in this game. They had 9 chances, or at least 9 runners in scoring position, and they decided to convert none of them. So, you know, they shot themselves in the foot. It's not like they didn't have the chances. It's not like it was a pitching mastermind day. It was just they couldn't capitalize when they needed it most. Mm-hmm. So, you know, at the end of the day, they're still a young team trying to learn through themselves. So I don't think Arizona should take it as like the worst loss in the world. I mean, I get it, you got so far. You were able to upset 2 teams that many people did not think you were going to upset. But at the end of the day, you made it farther than anybody thought you would. And you lost to a team who was just on a hot streak at the right time.
Yeah, they can definitely take it in as like a learning experience. I mean, for most of those guys, it was probably their, first playoff experience. Yep. And for them to even get that far.
I mean, one's even a rookie.
Yeah.
And Corbin Carroll blew up the league, but he is just a rookie who is just really speedy and he can get you hits. Yeah. That's basically his job. He's not the home run guy. So, it was most of them except for like Ketel Marte, Evan Longoria.
Yeah, Marte, I think, broke that streak, didn't he?
Right, yeah, he's the playoff hitting streak.
Yeah, so, I mean, they have some good ups to take from, the playoff run that they had. It's just the question is, can they add on to it next year, Right, can they continue to carry the momentum? I mean, in that division, the NL West, with the Dodgers, the Giants, Diamondbacks. I'm not going to include the Rockies because the Rockies always suck. And then the San Diego Padres. It is always which one of the 3 or 4 is going to get left out. And the Giants just didn't have a good year this year. After 2 years ago, they had one of the most, I think, historic runs they've ever had. They had a 100-win season when everybody expected them to get like 70. Yeah. They just blew up the whole world with what they were doing. And, 2 years later, they're now signing the old San Diego Padres manager. They clawed him out because the Padres were going to fire him, or they did fire him. And they just said, well, we'll take him now. We'll give you a chance over here. Why not?
And I think he's more of a development coach than he is superstar coach. Plus, I mean, Machado, Tatis, Soto just didn't have good years by what their metrics should be at all. So I think he just got screwed by how they were playing, and they didn't really make many changes throughout the season. Mm-hmm. But usually every time anybody talks about that division, it's always who's going to get left out, who's not. Everybody already says Rockies are out because that's just Colorado. The Rockies they have one good player. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think I can name a single player on that team.
Chris Bryant's like the only big name star there.
Okay.
The former Cubs third baseman who won the World Series.
I was going to say that name
2016.
definitely sounded familiar.
Their big like superstar right now is CJ Cron. But that's their big home run hitter. Besides that, there really isn't anybody that you need to know. Or anybody should know, unless if you are a Rockies fan.
Yeah.
So, when you're thinking, okay, one team has to be let out, who's it going to be? And everybody thought it was going to be the Diamondbacks this year or the Giants. It was one or the other.
Or they thought both would be out and the Cardinals would be in, and then the Cardinals, sadness inside, didn't do anything. Almost came last in the whole NL. That was great.
Didn't the Dodgers get swept too?
The Dodgers, did they get swept? I think they won one game.
And for them to be top in the NL West, are they going to make any big additions here in the offseason?
They always do. They already extended their third baseman, Max Muncy, for 2 years.
They did?
Yeah, they're already making moves. Muncy had a down year by his own standards, or at least what I would think would be standards for him. And he just didn't do well. But with the World Series being over, Corey Seager won MVP, and he's one of 4 people to be a 2-time MVP at the shortstop position. Wow. And then he's only one of 2 World Series MVPs who has done it with a different team. A different team each time. So he was with the Dodgers when they won it in 2020, and then now with the Rangers in 2023. The last person to do that was Reggie Jackson when he won MVP for the A's, and then with the Yankees. So it's very nice company there.
Yeah.
He's probably signified his Hall of Fame ballot completely now. I mean, to win MVP twice, to win at least, I think he has 4 rings now. 4? If I can remember correctly. So,
I mean,
he has pretty much put in the work and has done what he's needed to do to certify his ballot and certify a spot in the Hall of Fame once he retires. So, I mean, I would like to hear Frank's thoughts if he ever comes.
If he ever wants to show up today.
Jeez, 15 minutes, man. Or 17. Uh-oh. He better be listening to this, and he better be running from wherever he is.
Better be sprinting down
to
the station.
I agree.
Tell that Uber to hurry up.
Yeah, tell that Uber not to get pulled over this time. But, I mean, that's pretty much baseball until...
Yeah, until any big news during the offseason happens.
Oh, and you were right. Arizona did sweep the Dodgers.
They did?
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah. For them to be in the same, NL West, it's just...
Well, the Dodgers, it's funny. The Dodgers
they had 100 wins,
had
didn't they?
2 straight 100-win seasons.
Wow.
I mean, the year prior, they broke their franchise record in wins, and all they have to show with both years combined is 1 playoff win.
Oh, my.
So what we're learning is they're a great regular season team, but they are a sucky playoff team.
Can't play where when it matters most.
At least not right now. And I'm excited to see free agency. I think free agency is always one of the most fun things in the MLB, just because you see all these teams coming out and trying to make a move for like $300 million. How many times does that happen?
Yeah.
Other than the NFL.
I'm really following closely where Ohtani, ends up. Because that's definitely a big name on the free agent this year. I mean, Aaron Nola is one of them too, Phillies pitcher. I don't know if he's going to stay. Might go somewhere else. Only the offseason will know when the time comes.
And then the Rangers are actually having their parade today.
Okay.
So I want to see I love when they do the overhead shot of how many like
fans are there.
Right. I love seeing that just because you can get a great gauge on hey, they're actually like pretty popular. Like, wow, they're not like the Kansas City Chiefs or something where
it's like half the population.
Or Kansas City Royals. I mean, the Royals did better than the Chiefs when the Royals won the World Series. So, no, I think I can't wait for that overhead shot. I can't wait to see it. I want to see if anybody does something stupid because we all know they'll be drunk to pieces.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's their first World Series. Why not? Got to
Right,
celebrate it.
No, that's the big thing that they were able to win it all for their first time.
Yeah,
is
that's
just
good for
huge.
them. I didn't realize, though, that because I was scrolling through Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, that Max Scherzer actually won his rookie year, the World Series with the Diamondbacks back in, I think it was like 01. Yeah, 01. And now
that was his rookie.
Yep. Now he just beat the Diamondbacks with the Rangers. Granted, I don't think he...
Well, plus it was in Arizona, so he started it. He started his career in Arizona, won his first
like a full
ring
circle.
in Arizona, and he's won now not his last ring, but his last ring. It's kind of
probably last
right,
ring.
yeah.
That's like 20 plus years.
Yeah,
So he won in 01. It's 2023 now.
He's probably going to pitch next year. I would be shocked if he isn't. Depends on how his body's feeling because he did leave Game 3 with back tightness and then got taken off the roster. So
he didn't pitch again during that one?
No, you can't. Once you get taken off the roster, you cannot do anything.
Okay, that I did not know that.
Because they have to put in a roster every series, and that decides who you're going to use. You can also take people off, but you can't add, if I remember correctly, or you're not really supposed to add. I forget how they do that because it is just different. And then I think with 8 minutes left, I do want to talk a little bit about the Buffalo Bandits, the NLL Cup champions. I think this is a good amount of time to talk about them, especially with their season starting up soon. But they have made a lot of moves this season. I mean, they sign most of their guys who won the championship on 1-year deals. So like Perillo, they signed Brown, they signed McKenzie, signed Buchanan, Vince, and they've really kept like the core for one more year. Which it makes sense that you're going to keep your core for one more year, but then they also sign Ian McKay to a 3-year deal. They sign Nanakoke to a 2-year deal, and then the big one today, they signed Dane Smith, the MVP, for 5 years. So that was the big move made today in Banditland, and the Bandits are definitely going to keep being a juggernaut in the NLL for a long time coming, for sure, with Dane Smith there, with Josh Byrne, McKay. Probably going to have to look for a new goalie soon because this is probably his last year. He's old as dirt, man. At some point he's going to retire. Shotty came back for one more season, and now joining us.
Finally.
On the guest mic, Frank the Tank. How are you doing, Frank?
Let's go Banditland, huh?
25 minutes late.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Frank. What are you doing?
He didn't even know it was 25 minutes.
You didn't tell your Uber driver to book it.
Why is the light on over there? Why is his face illuminated?
Because I'm charging my laptop, Frank.
It's plugged in. I can't hear. Actually, I can hear a little.
Do you want me to turn it off for you? Is it bothering you from the other room?
You look beautiful.
You're glowing.
You look amazing.
Hi, guys.
So,
how you been, Frank?
We're good.
You're good?
Trying not to have a breakdown. But we're here.
Yeah.
You miss Halloween weekend.
In Buffalo.
You miss Halloween because of a train.
So, I was telling you a little bit about the Bandits, but before, like 3 minutes before you walked in, I was talking about the World Series.
No.
Your favorite sport.
I could go back to it for 5 minutes.
We can rewind if you'd like.
It's fine. You can talk about it. What are
your thoughts
on the Rangers being the Diamondbacks?
In Arizona.
For the second time. No.
First time.
Corey Seager's second time.
Right.
Good for them. You know, after having the close call in 2011, coming literally within a strike of winning their first World Series in 2011 against the Cardinals. Boo.
Hey, that's my NL team. Hey.
The Cardinals are your National League team?
Yes.
Why? Are you a big fan of Pujols and Molina?
No, actually, because one year I did house baseball, really liked the jerseys.
Oh, and you were the Cardinals.
And then I just kind of went with it.
That's fair. But, no, the Rangers were dominant. 10-0. You can't be 10-0 on the road and lose in the World Series. And they dominated every single series that they were in, even the Astros. Yes, it came down to Game 7, but it's the Astros. Even with their core group of guys, they're still one of the best teams in baseball. So to go in to Houston, beat them, and then beat a very decent Diamondbacks team, which obviously had all the poise to make it to the World Series, but I don't think this Diamondbacks team should be held down high, hold their head down low. I think they need to keep it high. They shocked the baseball world. 110 losses 2 years ago, and you're in the World Series facing the Texas Rangers, who were supposed to be in this moment for 3 years in a row. So to even get this close to a juggernaut team and make it to the World Series, good for them. Corbin Carroll is going to be a name. I think that's going to be a name for the best baseball player in the next few years. Mark my word on that. That's my prediction. That's a future MVP right there. But no, I'm excited for both teams. Happy for the Rangers. But it does mean that there are now 5 teams left without a World Series. The Rays are one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Soon, buddy.
3 years in a row.
Yep.
3 years in a bleep in a row. We'll get our time.
Maybe.
We're not.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Wander Franco's put on a list somewhere to play baseball.
Oh, wow. He can play baseball in prison?
What's the point? What's the point anymore of watching baseball?
Your team went so downhill after that, too.
Don't remind me. You think I didn't watch almost all 162 games? The only games I couldn't watch were the ones in Toronto, Cleveland, or New York.
Right, because of blackouts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. By the way, I need to fix that.
Yeah.
I can't watch games in Cleveland.
Well, you're in New York. That's crazy.
Yes. Toronto, I understand maybe was an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
New York, I don't get SNY, so I don't get it. But still, I can't watch games in Cleveland. Like, I can't watch games within 100 miles, 200, 300 miles from here. It's ridiculous. But no, good for the Rangers. Corey Seager is going to possibly have an MVP in his future. And we'll see where this takes him.
Do you think Seager has submitted his ballot for the Hall of Fame?
If he continues, yes, absolutely. 2-time World Series MVP. Even if you don't count 2020, I do. Even if it means that I officially register the Rays' loss in a World Series as legit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the playoffs were way harder. It was. So, if Corey Seager keeps it up, he is absolutely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Rookie of the Year, 2-time World Series MVP, 2 rings. Some Hall of Famers have no rings.
Right.
But he has 2 World Series MVPs. He's on pace to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
And then do you think Scherzer retires now? They has 3 rings.
Yes. Please God retire. When I woke up to the news that he was done and they were taking him out of the lineup, he's retiring.
Yeah.
I don't want it. For his legacy and his sake,
he needs to stop
even for me,
now.
and a little bit in my head, his legacy's tanked a little.
Right.
So for him and his sake and his Hall of Fame career sake, he's got to step out now. And Jacob deGrom gets his ring.
Yeah.
by doing absolutely
nothing.
Hey, a ring is a ring.
I mean, not if you do absolutely nothing, though. You
But
played,
you're on that
like
team.
3-4 games, and then you got hurt again?
I don't know. And now they're posing the question for him to be a Hall of Famer, and right now, I don't think he's in.
No. You can't tell me he's a Hall of Famer.
He can't be in. And they're like, well, he has a World Series. Yeah, how many games did he pitch for the Rangers in that postseason run? How many games did he pitch for the Rangers in the regular season?
Right.
Oh, like 5? Yeah. World Series champion. Whatever. It's ridiculous. But no, good for Corey Seager. Good for that Rangers team. Happy for him. Hate him. They beat us. Whatever.
I still think in the back of my mind, Garcia deserved the MVP.
World Series MVP?
Yeah.
I agree if he made it past 2 games, but Corey Seager's...
Right.
Corey Seager's 2 electric bombs that put him up front.
Right.
And his stellar defense. He made a game-saving play when they had a man on first and second with 1 out in the bottom 4, and he makes the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Garcia, yes, if he played, absolutely, maybe it's an argument between those 2.
Right.
But the fact that Seager was on there for all 5 games, Seager's MVP.
And I think with that, we'll head to our first break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the Sabres, about the NHL, especially about a team I love talking about because of how much of a bum they are. The Arizona Coyotes. Yes, I want to talk about the Arizona Coyotes again.
You don't want to talk about I'm not on.
What do you want to say, Frank?
I said you don't want to... We'll talk about it.
Okay. But yeah, we'll talk Sabres Flyers, Goat Heads tonight. Yes, Go Heads. The symbiote suit is on. And in the second hour, we'll make our picks. We'll talk Bills. We'll do all that stuff. So keep listening to the Blitz on 91.3 FM.
How do you fix what's going on with the Coyotes, and how do you kind of see that going, Kamish?
The Coyotes need a new arena. It's that simple. And you know, to go through the history of how they got into the situation they are isn't interesting and would take too long. But the point being, the current owner, Alex Morello, is committed to getting what he needs done in order to get them a new arena. And our hope is that sometime this season we're in a position to announce that there will be a new arena for the Coyotes coming out of the ground. That's the goal because, as you said, it's an awesome market. It's top 5 or close to it. And it's a place we want to be. And there are great fans of hockey and of the Coyotes. And we're hoping to work it out. Having said that, that doesn't mean that we wouldn't do well, perhaps with expansion in the future in a place like Salt Lake City, where we know there's tremendous interest.
Yeah, you're in a good spot, it feels like. The NHL is in a very...
Welcome back to the Blitz on 91.3 FM. That was Gary Bettman, the NHL commissioner, on the Pat McAfee Show. My name's still Dan Dale, joined by Frank the Tank Lopez and Chris Jacobello. And that, I mean, you heard my voice a little bit in that clip. Stupid by that owner to want to be in Arizona. And I did a little research. I was like, I hope Pat actually brought it up, and he did. And I was like, oh, thank God. You know, we haven't talked about Arizona and their whole issue trying to get a new stadium, and nobody wants them. I mean, the owner has now been, I think, to 3 cities in Arizona, or around Arizona. And none of them want him. And none of them want him. Chris, you switched mics on me.
I should have told you that. I'm sorry.
As a man with a mullet currently, keep mullet arena, baby.
But I've always had this thought. I mean, I've had this discussion before on the show about how Arizona needs to move. That it is the one place the NHL does not want to admit they screwed up. They just don't want to admit it. They're okay admitting that they screwed up in Atlanta with the Thrashers and moving to Winnipeg. But then there's now, he even mentioned 4 cities in that Pat McAfee interview where there would be, that there is huge interest. It was Salt Lake City. It was Quebec City in Canada. It was Atlanta, moves back in. And then there was one more, but I cannot remember it right now. But still, nonetheless, all 4 of those cities are better than Arizona.
No way Gary Bettman just said top 5 market in Arizona, right?
Yeah, he did. No, because Pat even said before the question that they are a top 5 city, like, market in the U.S. And I was like, no way in the world. Top 5.
There's original 6 teams. All 6 of those teams have a better market than Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to do a little research, and this is before we get into all our Sabres talk, but I wanted to have more reasons why the NHL should leave Arizona. It's not because the fans don't want them and they're playing in a college ice arena and they can't even have their own logo on the whole ice. They have to share it with the Arizona State University logo.
You be respectful to Mullet Arena.
Look, I'm okay with the arena. I love the name, but they need to move away. I mean, almost anywhere else is better. And I even searched up a map, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, what areas would be open to a NHL team? There's no team in New Orleans. That's a big market. There's no team in Houston.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City's on the rise because there's talks of an MLB team moving there. There's now there could be talks of an NHL team moving there. And, you know, even trying to maybe, I don't even want to put out Atlanta anymore. I don't want to move back.
The Thrashers use Teemu Solani to use the team and bring it back. I want the Thrashers.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is. The Thrashers are the meme team of the NHL, just to see them back.
And you said Quebec City, right?
Quebec City, which is by Montreal. So it would affect the Canadiens, Ottawa, us, Toronto.
Florida.
Not even close to Florida.
Well, I mean, we're still in the Atlantic Division.
Right, but I mean in the sense of geographically where it cuts off a fan base now.
Yeah, but imagine we get the Nordiques back.
Would
they even do Nordiques?
Maybe. I mean, I would love to see the return of the Whalers, but we know that's never happening.
But, yeah, I mean, you can't.
They're just too small.
Yeah, you can't go back to the Hartford Civic Center.
Right. And besides really that kind of area, I mean, the last area I would probably look in is about Wisconsin. I mean, that's probably your last case scenario, just with Milwaukee and the Packers. It is a cold area, so it would make sense.
Yeah. Ooh, like have it Green Bay. No, not Green Bay, because that's already a thing. But like, just Wisconsin, something would be.
The skating cheeseheads.
That would be
But, you know, usually you can tell how much the NHL likes a team based on attendance. That is just usually the one way you can prove that it's a good market to be in. And this is from, I used one website called Statistica. But it has the average attendance per year. And the Arizona Coyotes have only cracked 15,000 one time in their inaugural season in 2005-2006. After that, it's 14, 14, 14, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 14, 11, 4,000. And that is just average attendance per game after the total attendance is taken. They haven't even cracked 700,000 in total attendance. So, you know, let's go to a team that, you know, I've called multiple times the Arizona Coyotes of the East, and it's right here in Buffalo, New York, the Buffalo Sabres.
That's not nice.
It's not nice, but I do believe it a little just because of our history and not really having any accomplishments. So this is same time frame, 2005-06 to 2023, 2022-2023. 16,000 in 05-06. Then 18, 19, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 17, 17, and then last year was 15. Which, by those numbers, even though we are in a historic playoff drought, we are almost 3,000 to 4,000 fans per game better than them.
And consistent.
Very what are
those years.
What are the Panthers? I know we have some lousy numbers there.
Here, I can search.
Because it's only been like the past 4 or 5 years where Panthers hockey has really.
This is from, again, 05-06. You start 16,000, then 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 16, 16, 14, 11, 15, 14, 13, 13, 14, 14, 16.
Okay.
But you're staying in that range, which I'm like, I'm okay with.
We've cracked 16.
You know, you've hit 16, you've gone up and down. You know, you had one really bad year, but besides that, I mean, in all honesty, you're pretty much fine, and you're back on the rise at 16 again.
Yeah, we are.
So I'm not really mad at that. And then I searched up the Hartford Whalers. Let's go to.
We're going to the Whalers?
We're going to the Whalers, an extinct team, and look at their numbers by year. And this is starting in 1979, going to 1996-97. 9,000, 11, 11, 10, 11, 12, 12, 14, 14, 13, 13, 12, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 13.
And must I remind everyone, they were playing in a mall.
In Connecticut.
And
they're pretty equal numbers almost to Arizona. Pretty equal. I mean, it's not like exact perfect, but they've hit about where Arizona has been.
Arizona's hitting 1970 to 1980 numbers right now.
I mean, I get it. It's not as consistent as Arizona because at least they're staying in a certain 13, 14 range. But, I mean, we could go to the Atlanta Thrashers. Let's go to another extinct team. Let's just go there.
And future home.
17,000 their first year in 1999 to 2000. And this only goes to 11. 17,000, 15, 13, 13, 15, 15, 16, 15, 14, 13, 13. And they pulled the Thrashers out and moved them.
When did Timu join the team?
What? Sorry?
Timu Solani. When did he join the team?
I do not know off the top of my head, but still, those are better numbers than Arizona. Are they not? So you're telling me that Atlanta is a more profitable location than Arizona, and they decided to move Atlanta to Winnipeg? Why can't we do that with Arizona? Just move them. I've had enough of them. They're the armpit of the NHL. They are. I've had enough talking about them. I don't care about them anymore. Yeah, their jerseys might look cool, but that's about it. They play in a college stadium. They need to be moved.
Yeah, but the reverse retros are so nice.
Look, they'll be on eBay for $70 in about 2 years.
Also, I messed up. Timu was on the Ducks, not the Thrashers. I messed the two up in my head. I could have sworn I've seen a Timu Solani Thrasher jersey.
But still, you can go. I even have the Ducks numbers pulled up, and they're technically right next to each other on the map. They are technically as close as they could be, with about the same range of time. Of course, Vegas is now, I think, a little bit closer to Arizona, but they haven't been in the league long enough. But the Ducks, and they've even had bad times. They've never had less. They've only had 1 year where they had 13,000, And that was 2021-22. Besides that, they were in the 16s, 15s. They even cracked 17 once per game. How are you telling me that Arizona is still profitable? How are you telling me that you are still okay with a team who is barely pulling fans? The city does not want them. Nobody wants to go there unless if they're going there to get a huge paycheck. You're telling me that they are still good and able to be there? No. No. Move them. Please, for the love of God. Just keep them on the West, move them to Salt Lake, move them to Houston, move them somewhere that will get you loads more money and will actually expand the NHL. Please. Please. Is it that hard, Gary, to tell the owner, just shut up and move? Is it really that hard? How many other owners are really like, Arizona's still a really good idea? Because whoever they are, they're idiots. I don't even care. If Terry agrees, he's an idiot. Like, come on. They're not profitable anymore. You are in a market that is dying, that nobody wants them, that it's too expensive for them. They are done in Arizona. Except that they are done and you failed. I'm sorry. You failed. Because he even talked about how we were the first ones to really move to Vegas and we cracked the market there. Whoop-de-doo for you. You guys actually did something right for once. Move out of Arizona. Sorry, that's my Arizona rant for the day.
I'm scared.
The passion.
I hate Arizona. I just hate Arizona in the Coyote.
I didn't realize you had this much hatred for the Coyotes.
Yes.
Is it just
right
the
after,
Coyotes, or is it all Arizona?
It's just the Coyotes. It's just the Coyotes. It really pushed me over the edge that they were still trying to work a deal once they got put in a college ice rink.
Yeah. Wow.
That's really when it pushed me over the edge that they are just not willing to give up.
Yeah, but look at that jersey.
But
look
I mean,
how nice it is.
Yeah, you're taking the small details that may make great money on the revenue scale, but really you make your revenue from ticket sales, from having a lot of seats, and their arena, where I think the most they could have per game is 5,000.
That's small for a professional.
For a professional team.
Yeah, that's small.
Look, we're almost going back to Hartford and Connecticut in mall scales. Okay? We're going back to that. And I even brought up the numbers, and they did better in a mall than they are in a college ice arena.
So should they move to a mall? Would that
maybe
would that make
maybe
them
move
better?
to the Mall of America or something.
He got a point there.
No, that's is it Minnesota?
Yeah, that's Minnesota.
I mixed up Minnesota and Wisconsin in my head.
Let's just move the Mall of America, Wisconsin. And
you
make
know
it work.
what? You got one team, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Put them on the other side. Put them in St. Paul.
Yeah.
Make that a rivalry.
Exactly. I think there's more
Why
market than they are realizing they have. Because I would even say if you put a team in Austin, Houston, or San Antonio, like every other professional sports league where they have two teams in Texas, that would be more profitable than staying in Arizona. 10 times more profitable. Okay. I need to give this up before I go on another rant. I need to give this up. But I just needed my thoughts back out there after Bettman was on the Pat McAfee show.
I will say it was cool to see Gary Bettman.
Oh, it was. I think it's great
you never see a commissioner out doing interviews like that.
Not really, no. But I thought that was really nice of him to do that. It makes sense. McAfee's one of the biggest growing shows in the U.S.
Since
Why not?
2019 and COVID, he's just been...
Right. I mean, he's just been on a roller coaster ride going up and up and up.
So to get Gary Bettman on your show, that is...
That's high praise.
Let's get Rob Manfred on the show and ask him why he sucks at being commissioner of the baseball.
Look, I thought he was going to ask that with Bettman, but, you know.
Yeah, why aren't you growing the league there, boy?
Because Bettman's been there since 1998, I believe he said he's been commissioner of the NHL. So we're coming up on about 30 years.
And listen, I know you have the best hockey. This is some of the best hockey that's being played, I think, ever.
Oh, it is.
There are other players in the league other than Austin Matthews to just let the people know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Austin Matthews.
Yep.
If I showed a random person a picture of Connor McDavid,
be like, who's that?
Who's that?
Right.
If I showed a picture of Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, the cover star of NHL 23. They're not going to... Hold on. My voice is getting a little hoarse.
Whoa. we're hearing a new side of Frank, the raspy.
Red Bull comes out and helps. Oh my God, it's not working.
Do you sound like Frank now?
Yeah, I feel good now.
Okay.
But it's the same thing as baseball. There's more than just one player. Yes, I know Austin Matthews is on the Leafs and everyone loves the Leafs. You have other players. I bet more people know who Trevor Zegras is than Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
Just because he's, he was on the cover and you see his face clearly. They're so
A lot
bad.
of people know Jeff Skinner.
For the right reasons, though?
Maybe not. Probably just a Taylor Swift meme.
Oh.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
She's making everyone famous.
You know how many Swifties look at that picture and be like, that's not Travis.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
But it's just, there's more than one player in the league, Gary. Yes, I get it. Austin Matthews, he's good at hockey. But let's start promoting the Kachucks, the Barkovs, the Thompsons.
Is Jack Eichel good?
No.
You shut your mouth.
You.
Ha ha.
You talk no more.
Who is even? Hey Dan, who's on the Flyers?
Oh, Carter Hart.
Who?
Rasmus Ristolainen.
Who?
Former man himself, James Van Riemsdyk.
Who?
All players who are famous if you know them. But if you just don't at all, they're like ghosts.
You're back.
I just had a troll once.
Yeah, whatever.
It's just once. I'm not that big of a hockey person, but I know how much you guys hate him.
Yeah, his name is not to be mentioned. One thing to learn.
I have his. I want to do something new with his jersey.
Oh, Evan Harrington praises his Eichel's jersey like it's God.
Oh my God.
Yes, no, he still loves Eichel. Even after all that here.
After what he did.
Yes, he still loves him.
See, I hated Eichel from a outside perspective because of what
I hate him from an inside perspective.
And now I have a very personal reason to hate Jack Eichel.
Right, yep.
And his jersey is in my closet, and
yep.
I need to do
No,
something
you just
about
need
it.
to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you have a fire next time it's the summer, Frank, I think that's...
We'll do a Blitz bonfire where we bring something and we burn it.
Literally my jacket. I spent $30 on it when I went to the... I think it was Coyote Sabres game. I think it was the Coyote Sabres game.
Coincidence.
And then we went down to the shop, and I went to the clearance section because I'm like, I don't have money. And then I see the clearance rack, and I see Eichel Captain Jersey. And then I see a Butcher jersey, and I'm like, I looked it up. I'm like, who's William Butcher? And I'm like,
Will Butcher.
I'm buying this for Benny the Butcher. And I'm like, Buffalo native, Butcher on the back. If anyone asks, you'd be like, yeah, I got this customized for Benny the Butcher. Big fan.
Right, yeah. Even though it's Will Butcher, now Seattle Kraken.
So now that's my go-to Sabres jersey when I go to a game, is my my Butcher jersey.
Yeah, no, I remember going down to the store and then seeing Allmark, and I said, why didn't they burn these?
You didn't pick one up?
No, of course not.
What?
He hurt my feelings. No.
Yeah, but still.
I'm not picking up a guy who hurt my feelings. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just
it's just
personal
a cool jersey to have.
thing.
A Linus Allmark Sabres jersey.
Like, look, when Pominville left, I had that 1 year that I was like, why did Pominville leave? Why did we get rid of him?
Oh, I want to ask people that.
And then he came back, and then I was like, okay, we're back on board.
It doesn't matter now.
I want to ask people that know hockey better than me.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, Panthers, a little bit related question.
Mm-hmm.
So last year when we traded Huberdeau for Tkachuk,
mm-hmm.
I spent the weeks seething.
Mm-hmm.
I was upset.
Right.
Because I love my Hooby Dooby Doo. That's what we called him.
Yeah, no, it's a great name.
And then obviously the season transgressed, and obviously Kachuk is now.
Mm-hmm.
I would lay my life on the line for Matthew Kachuk.
Right.
However, Huberdeau, starting the season again slow like he did last year with the Flames. They're not looking great. I just wanted to ask people that know hockey better than me, do you think there's even a shot that we could go back out and get Huberdeau again? Because now the question is being thrown around Panthers Twitter.
Calgary loves to hold on to their great players. Like, when they know they have a great, they just build a wall around them and nobody can touch them, really, unless if you're going to give something of equal value. I mean, when you talk about Tkachuk was almost a Sabre in that Jack Eichel trade. It was either Vegas or it was Calgary. Those were the two teams in it near the end. Of course, we get Alex Tuck, Pankrebs, and then that second rounder.
Hey, very vital to
No, it is, but it was about equal with what we were going to get returned. A winger who can shoot, who can score, who can do everything you need him to do. I mean, either way, you were going to get at least a line 1 or line 2 guy. And luckily, Tuck has turned into, you can put him anywhere and he does great. But, you know, there was part of me where I was like, I would rather have Tkachuk. But with trying to get Huberdeau back, Calgary doesn't like to move on.
I know. Calgary's
we're going to stick through it till the end. And it's really just a coaching problem. Oh. That's really what they blame it on. It's a lot of, it was a coaching problem. So
I don't know.
There is a chance. I just feel like I don't know if they would want to make a trade with you again unless if you're giving equal value. Like, let's say Reinhardt's popping off and Huberdeau is still like,
that's not happening in a million
years.
Like,
it would probably have to be Reinhardt and maybe a third and a fourth. I think that would have to be the trade if you want Huberdeau back.
I don't think we're that dumb because Rhino right now is having.
No, he is.
I put him in top 5, top 10 for Calder voting right now.
Right,
and
but I mean that would probably be right now at this point of the season equal value to Huberdeau because they know what Huberdeau can do.
Huberdeau still, even though he's last season
right, and they also know. He really works well in your system. Why do they want to give you something that works well in your system?
But imagine the
right, but they understand that, hey, he works well. We want somebody who could maybe work well for us, but also give us 2 future things. So if this guy doesn't work, we're not hit on the bane of his existence if he starts popping off again.
I know. And then also so if no one follows my Instagram that's listening, I post anything that happens on the Panthers, it's immediately added to my Instagram story.
It is.
I think around this time 2 years ago, when Paul Maurice was announced as the interim head coach and then fully extended to being our full head coach, I posted on Instagram my story with the caption, "Well, the season's over."
Whoa.
That was the year we went on to win the Atlantic.
Yep.
I messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I've continued to, I made a lapse in judgment with that comment. And
you have to right your wrongs.
I would also lay my life on the line for Paul Maurice.
Right.
And anyone on that team.
Yeah.
Except, and then Sam Bennett gets hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
He got stepped on his ankle.
Yeah.
It sucks. It hurts.
But at least you won last night. That always helps. 2-0 against Detroit.
For some reason, one of the better teams in hockey.
That came out of nowhere. Arizona's top 3 in their division right now. We gotta settle down.
Did you see that Canucks Sharks score?
Yes, the 10-1. Yeah.
I looked at it. I was like, is this a hockey score?
We are basically may see one of the worst teams in hockey ever. Or maybe there's even a chance we just see a team without a win for the whole year. I mean, how improbable that is, I know, but the Sharks are horrible.
That would be...
Whoa.
That would be so sad.
81-1.
Oh, sorry.
No, 9-1.
I would just mean for the end of the season.
What if they did end up 81?
Oh, 81 and 1.
1.
Yeah, that would be great.
Get Anthony. I want Anthony. I want the Duke back in Florida. Get him out of San Jose. Jesus Christ.
I did not think losing Carlson would affect them
that much.
Yeah, like where they're starting off the season without a win.
And then I brought it up during the break. The goalkeeper for the Sharks, not for the
Canucks,
Demko.
Yep.
Their first goal goes in to make it, to lose the shutout.
9-1.
He's fighting with the ref that it was goalie interference.
Yeah.
And he's not backing down.
No.
He's like
he wants that shutout.
He's just pointing. He's like, I'm like, dude, you're up 10. Calm it down. And then they point to the kid that is my first Sharks game, and then they edit it to be my last Sharks game. And then
at that point, yeah.
And then someone in the comments was like, "This season's gonna have one of the worst sports seasons in California history." And then it's the Athletics with a Drewski clip going, "That ain't us. That ain't us.
That ain't us, man." So, Sabres tonight, back at home in the red and black. Of course, the San Jose Sharks got lucky that they are not facing the Sabres in the black and red. So let's just say that the goal record in a game is saved for right now. But I think the Sabres again have to win this game. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen probably will be on his mark again, hopefully. Starting 3-1 in the season, doing great, proving people wrong. That's what you want him to do from the start. And really, I think they just need to win this game tonight to keep up. Frank, what? Oh my God.
He's on to something.
It's symbiote time.
Yeah.
The Sabres just wear the go-ahead all the time. Stop it. It's clearly working. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen gets a shutout in those. You can't stop wearing them.
If it's not broke.
And really, he only allowed one goal against the Flyers yesterday. Or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I mean, really luckily Bryson's out of the lineup now, so we don't have to worry about that. Because Clifton's back from his 2-game suspension.
What did he get suspended for?
It was the hit to the head.
Oh.
It was supposed to be 4 games, but then he appealed it, went down to 2. Because he actually tried to stop and not hit him in the head, but it was just momentum carried him.
Yeah.
But of course, the NHL does not care about that.
But also, good look on the NHL not suspending Kyle Okposo.
Right, yeah, great look.
I meant that legitimately.
Right, yeah,
that push was...
No, I mean, it was not really a push. It was probably the weakest push I've ever seen.
Everyone calling for Okposo's head is just because it's Cale Makar.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Sabres need to win this game. I think they win, especially with Hart now out for 2 to 3 weeks because somehow he got injured. Let's go. Score prediction, 8-1.
Oh, my
And
God.
the only goal is from former Sabre Rasmus Ristolainen. Only goal, just because we're in go-heads. The Sabres just wake up, and then the former Sabre says, oh, yeah, I could shoot. So, 8-1.
Could we possibly see a second career UPL shutout today?
Trust me, I wanted it 2 days ago. But yes, there is possibilities. Always.
Yeah, I'm going with Sabres with you on this one, Dan. They played well at Wells Fargo the other two nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can just see them riding on that momentum, especially with the go-ahead jerseys. They're coming out with the dub today.
Oh, my God. This man.
They're going to put some dirt in the Flyers' eyes.
Yeah, they are. Sabres win this convincingly. I think, other than the Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen shutout, best game of the season so far tonight.
Second career shutout. Heard it here
Second career
first.
shutout. Tage, 3-point night, 2 goals, uno assisto.
Wow.
And I want to say JJ gets a turn in and puts in some, like, puts a little something in the score sheet. But
yeah,
I'm gonna say JJ gets a point.
Okay.
Whatever it is, but I'm gonna go in total 4-0.
Okay,
Ooh.
makes sense.
I can see that.
That's fair.
I can see that.
And now that we have talked Sabres and the Arizona Coyotes.
I think this is the most Arizona Coyotes have been talked about all year.
Probably.
Not just from us, but just from all media.
In general, yes. It's time for Immaculate Grid. And then we'll make our picks.
I forget that's a thing we have to do.
Yes,
it is
I know.
Friday.
Yeah, today is Friday. If you've never played Immaculate Grid before, it's a 3x3 grid. 3 teams on the top, or stat on the top. Usually just 1 stat. And then 3 on the rows. Today's Immaculate Grid is a little weird. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Kansas City Chiefs, and a player who attended Alabama.
Roll Tide.
On the top. And then on the rows, it is the Miami Dolphins, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
And then the Tennessee Titans, who won last night. Or they lost.
No, they lost.
They lost. Sorry.
So we could do Bama very easily. But that's going to be a lot of high points. Like, that's going to be a big
Yeah, I was going to say for the Eagles.
That's true.
Tua, Devonta Smith, or Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, yeah.
And then Titans, Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But those are all going to be
it's okay.
Very 3 high percentage.
Tua,
Devontae or Jalen.
Okay. I'll go Devonta Smith.
Hurts, Hurts was 53%.
Jalen Waddle wasn't Bama, right?
No, I don't remember. Devonta Smith, 33, and then Tua's 46.
Yeah.
And then Tennessee's Derrick Henry.
I mean, yeah, he won a Heisman there.
Look, I don't know college. That's just
83%.
Oh, jeez,
that's a lot.
Yeah, that means nobody else knows who the heck really. We could probably knock out Miami here pretty quickly.
Miami, Pittsburgh.
Minka Fitzpatrick with...
Was Minka a Dolphin?
Dolphin and Steeler, yeah. Yeah. And then Tyreek Hill.
Well, I think there's a better one for Miami.
I already put it in, but you can put it in yours. You got 82%.
Isn't it Raheem?
No, Raheem played for San Francisco.
He did. I'm a dumb little man.
Chris, Philly guy.
Yeah, I put McCoy for the Eagles Chiefs, but that was like 48%.
Makes sense though.
He's the only one I can really remember.
Eagles,
the Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Michael Vick.
Yeah, Vick is one. Or Deuce Staley, maybe.
We are just doing big names.
Yeah. We're not trying to be small today.
Deuce Staley, 9%.
Now we just need Tennessee,
Pittsburgh, Tennessee
Chiefs, and Tennessee, Pittsburgh.
I don't like Tennessee, so I don't really know.
Neither do I. Matt Moore? No. Oh, that would have been Dolphins Chiefs. Matt Moore. Youch.
Wait, which one are we doing?
Titans,
Steelers, or Titans, Chiefs.
Chiefs, okay.
Either or. Anybody who fits that.
Did Fitzpatrick ever did he play for Tennessee? Didn't he play for Tennessee?
Yeah, he played for Tennessee, but he never played for the Steelers or the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, okay.
Josh Johnson? Matt Prater?
I don't think Josh Johnson ever played for the Steelers. I know he probably never played for the Chiefs.
Before 2018, never cared about the Chiefs, so no idea.
Right, yeah.
Always hated the Steelers, so don't care.
Right.
And then Tennessee was just always in the back of everyone's head.
You're right, yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Because I never cared.
Right, yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's no one on Tennessee now that has any value except Derrick Henry, so... Oh, DeAndre's there, but no one cares.
Right.
Never mind. I was about to say D-Hop, but...
No.
Scotty Miller. He's with the Dolphins. Adam Humphries. No.
Wow. I really do not
This is
know.
a tough one.
Deontay Johnson. First time scorer. And how long is it? 669 days?
669 days, but he never played with another team. I looked at Pittsburgh Chiefs and then just thought Juju.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, that doesn't work. Robert Woods doesn't work.
Does Robert Woods not work? Was he not a Steeler?
No, Robert Woods does not work. Sammy Watkins does not work.
Was Watkins not a tight end?
Watkins was not a tight end. He was a chief.
Yeah. Going in the bank vault here in my back of my head.
Eric Ebron doesn't work.
Does
Eric
Ebron
was a Colt. God dang you, Eric Ebron!
Decker? Eric Decker? I know he was a Titan.
Yeah, but he was a Jet and a Bronco. I don't know him anywhere else. Do we just want to give up?
I don't know. I'm going to try something real quick.
Because I think I'm going to try...
Yeah,
I think I'm going to try Matt Moore for Kansas City, Tennessee. That's just me being me. It was wrong.
Rarity score 599. Hold on, I want to see what we missed.
Yeah, I'm giving up. I have no
this
clue.
got me stumped.
Bud Dupree and Matt Castle
Josh Dobbs.
were the two most popular.
Yeah, so wasn't getting that.
That we missed. Kansas City Titans. Warren Moon.
Terrell Edmonds is actually a pretty big miss, but...
Blaine Gabbert.
I knew some ridiculous backup quarterback. Warren Moon.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That wasn't
let's see.
That hurts.
It does. It really does.
Dexter McCluster? No!
Wow.
I can't believe I missed Dexter McCluster. Yeah, so this was...
Cario Santos. He shows up everywhere now.
He does. So that was bad.
Yeah, Kansas City, Tennessee, I don't think I was ever going to get.
No. Hold on, I want to see if I was right.
And they're Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs, Tennessee, Pittsburgh. I forgot Josh Dobbs played for Tennessee. I forgot his bald head played for Tennessee.
Jesus. Kenyon Drake would have worked. For Miami, Alabama.
Terrell Edmonds.
There's not a lot of Bama people on these teams.
No.
Julio?
That's okay. Okay, I need to go a break before I feel more sad.
Wait, why is there not a lot of Bama players?
27, 29, 20 for each of those teams in corresponding order. Because Bama wasn't good until Nick Saban got there.
Oh my god, I remembered Julio Jones was a Titan.
We're gonna head to break for a minute. We're gonna get our picks ready, and then when we come back, we'll make our picks. So keep listening to the Blitz on 91.3 FM. Welcome back to the Blitz on 91.3 FM. My name's still Dan Dale, joined by Frank Lopez and Chris Jacobello. It's time to make some Week 9 picks. And on Wednesday, I wasn't able to do my Derrick Henry thing, and they lost. I blame Harrington. Harrington made the Tennessee Titans lose because I was not able to do my Derrick Henry famous King speech.
I have breaking news.
Oh, breaking news?
I think Chris is going to love.
Breaking news.
Not.
What?
Inter Miami has agreed to a deal with Luis Suarez.
I saw that coming. That team, might as well give that team the MLS Cup next year. At that point, it's going to be Messi, Suarez.
Florida's still purple. Calm down. Orlando City still runs that entire state.
You know, I followed Orlando City when Kaká was there, but then
I have a signed jersey of Kaká.
I don't know anyone else besides.
And then
him.
we got Nani, and then we won.
Oh yeah, Nani.
And then we won that weird MLS. No, we didn't win. When the COVID year happened, and they had that weird comeback tournament.
Yeah,
we were in the finals and lost. I was sitting on the couch.
Yep.
I looked to my friend and I was like,
"So
well, that was the highlight of my year."
Inter Miami just signed a shark. He bites people.
That's
Dan,
why
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I didn't know if you do.
I know.
For the listeners out there, they didn't know who Luis Suarez was.
I can't believe Barcelona's in Miami. That's crazy.
They're just making it a Barca team.
Hey, it works.
Inter Barca at that point.
Might as well go see if Iniesta wants to come out of retirement.
Exactly. See if Xavi wants to stop coaching.
Stop coaching and come back.
Moving on. Let's get into the games. Let's get into it. We'll start off. We're back to early games. Of course, it's not the NFL.
Germany doesn't deserve this game.
And Germany gets, I think, one of the best games of the year with the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Chris, you start. We'll go to Frank, then me.
Yeah, early game. I think actually the Dolphins got to Germany first, if I'm not mistaken. Chiefs got there yesterday, maybe, or they were leaving yesterday.
Right.
But going back to my pick, I'm sorry, I'm gonna just have to pick the Dolphins on this one. Chiefs dropped one to the Broncos. In my eyes, I think they left a little late to be playing in Germany because the time difference there, obviously, you can just it shows with the time difference. But, yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins in a shootout in this one.
I had to bring up the Oktoberfest music.
Wiener Schnitzel? Ja, give me the Miami Dolphins. Ja.
Wow.
Das ist gut.
Das ist gut, ja. Wiener Schnitzel. Oh, wait, no. Give me the Chiefs.
He went back to American and went,
oh, wait,
whoa.
no.
Hey, whoa. No.
Hold on. I don't know. That wasn't me who was just talking. Who was that?
It has too much of the Bud Lights. I don't know what beer they drink. Actually...
Heineken? No. Maybe
no,
not Heineken.
The Dolphins don't good, but the defense of the Chiefs. No, but they bail them out of games. Yeah, give me the Dolphins.
Tyreek Hill versus his old team.
Give me back to Tua. Tua turned the ball over, yeah. Lederhosen, yeah.
Did you do this for the England game?
I love this stuff.
But you didn't do an English accent.
Because I could do a little bit of a good German, yeah.
I really want to take this stuff.
God.
This is going into the quote book.
Gut, ja. Dolphins are good at Wiener Schnitzel football, yeah. Harry Kane will be in attendance, yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I don't want to take the Chiefs, but I also want the Bills to win the division. So for the first step, they need to lose to the Chiefs. And the Dolphins, no matter how early they showed up, it was not early enough for Patrick Mahomes to beat their butts. So give me Patrick Mahomes beating Tyreek to a pulp. I I don't want to say anything more because they're both teams I hate.
What's no?
Okay, we're turning this
on that
music
note.
off. Yeah, on that note, back to your regular scheduled program.
Back to miles, baby. What's a kilometer?
Across
What's
the
a kilometer? Moving on. We're heading to the capital of the USA, or at least the team that plays in the capital of the USA. They're not there. The Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots.
Gosh, this is a tough one. Divisional opponent going against your guys' divisional opponent. You know what? Give me the Commanders in this one. They're a high-scoring team, high-scoring offense. Sam Howell can put up yards. I'm gonna go with Washington on this one.
Am I allowed to call the Commanders the name?
The Redskins?
No,
Yes.
the Commies.
Oh, yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Give me the Commies, baby. Sam Howell is on a tear right now. They almost beat the Eagles twice. Should have beat them at least once, in my opinion. No offense.
I mean, I agree with you on that.
The first game
was overtime. Yeah, that was a close one.
And even this one, it got close. I'm going Commies. I like them. I like the Commies. I think they're going to do well.
Thumbs up. Great.
Frank approved.
Frank approved. The Frank stamp of approval.
Who's ya?
No, the music's gone. You can't go back to that.
No,
persona.
you can't make me.
This is America.
What's wrong? Give me the Commanders as well. I don't want to see New England win at all. I want to see Bailey Zappi have to go in.
Bill Belichick gonna get traded.
Bill Belichick trade. Yeah, the coach trade. But I just think the Commanders have a way better offense. I could still see New England and their defense locking down Scary Terry because it ain't the scary month no more. You know, so Terry McLaurin's time is now come to a low.
It's November, yeah.
It's November now. So, give me the Commanders. Next, we'll go to the Josh Dobless Arizona Cardinals. And I guess the Creeps playing Cincy. Cleveland Browns?
Do we know if who's their quarterback in this game? I don't even know.
It is the rookie. Give me a second.
Well, I mean, on that, I'm picking the Browns. I mean, there's no other way around it. Jim Schwartz is going to steamroll this Cardinals offense with his play calling. Myles Garrett's going to probably get like 5 sacks. I'm going with the Browns.
It's Clayton Tune.
Still going to go with the Browns.
Yeah.
Who is that?
A rookie, man. Not Josh Dobbs.
When Josh Dobbs is the best player on your team and you trade him, bless you.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Now officially it's tanking season for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
The whole season, I'm like, guys, the Cardinals, even though their record doesn't look like it, they have put up a fight every game. That's not happening anymore.
Now with Clayton Tune.
Oh, no. The Cardinals are going to go up in flames, yeah.
Good, tune your strings.
Stop, whatever that means. It's that defense. I hope Deshaun Watson has the worst game of his career, ever, for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. But I think the Browns defense score every touchdown.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of where I am too, where the Browns defense is just way too dominant. I mean, Clayton Tune, come on. I'd rather call a guy off the street who hasn't played a game in a year, Carson Wentz. I would rather him be my quarterback for this game. But yeah, I think it's more than clear now they're tanking. Maybe when Kyler comes back, they're different, but that's even...
I thought he was cleared.
They haven't activated him yet. So
they're trading him.
He's questionable this week, but they're saying he'll probably be playing next week.
They're trading him.
Probably. Caleb Williams.
Never mind. They can't trade him.
I mean, they can if they find somebody who wants to take his contract.
Deadline's over.
Well, I mean, they can trade him when the new season starts.
Yeah. They will.
Probably will. Moving on, let's go to the "Ow, my leg hurts" Minnesota Vikings. And the "Is he sick or what is he?" Atlanta Falcons.
This is an interesting game. I'm sorry, Frank, but I'm going to have to roll with the Falcons on this one. Taylor Heineke is getting the nod in this game, going up against Josh Dobbs. I mean, I've seen Taylor Heineke play with Washington. He's not a bad quarterback, so I'm going to ride with the Falcons on this one. Frank, your take? I see your little...
He can't believe I said, "Ow, my leg hurts," Minnesota Vikings.
You're over there
He's
just at a loss for words.
I mean, it's true, though. Like, older guys got hurt by leg injuries.
Don't you ever disrespect Big Kirko like that ever again.
I'm sorry, Big Kirko.
But that's not his leg. That's his...
But now they have Josh Dobbs.
That's his foot.
Josh Dobbs is actually going to be playing.
I know. Give me Minnesota.
Even without Big Kirko?
You got him very heated, Dan.
It's okay.
I want to smack this clipboard in front of me.
Are you going to be like Tom Brady and throw the tablet?
Here.
Throw a tablet like Tom Brady.
What are you doing? It's not. That's the wrong one. It doesn't smell.
You know, I tried to dry erase marker smell technique. Make him calmer.
I smelled both, and one smells better than the other. The Bic one smells a lot better.
That's Frank.
Don't.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that's Frank.
I was dropped on my head
Never
as a kid,
changed,
and I
Frank.
like the smell of fumes.
Never changed.
Give me Minnesota.
You're
taking Minnesota.
On my head as a kid, and I like the fumes.
I huff markers and gasoline. Give me a break.
Oh my god.
Give me Minnesota.
Give me
The
Minnesota.
ow my leg.
just give me. I trust Minnesota way more than I trust Atlanta, and Atlanta also has their top wide receiver out. Drake London will not be making an appearance with a groin injury. So I don't know. Here's an idea. Use Kyle Pitts.
Queen's dead.
Just an idea, you know. Just a thing you could do, you know. Like Arthur, you know, you got a couple of guys you could use, but I still think even if they use him, doesn't matter. Minnesota's gonna win this game. Moving on, let's go to the I still can't grip a ball Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints.
Give me the Saints on this one. I just don't see the Bears winning it.
Give me Tyson Bagent or Bagent, however you say his name.
Can't even say his name, but you still want him to win.
Don't forget about Terrell Edmonds on that defense.
You disrespected Big Kirko. He stays.
We're back to Big Kirko.
He wakes up dripping like this. Give me the Bears.
The Bears.
Bears.
What was that?
Where did the Patrick Mahomes come from? The Red Bull. The Red Bull is making him become Kermit.
I hate New York Red Bulls and Red Bull Leverkusen, but love Red Bull.
I'm going with the Saints. I just have to go with the Saints. The Bears defense is abysmal, and I don't know if Montez Sweat is going to be playing this week. If he does, maybe that's a little bit different. But still, the Saints defense will shut down that backup quarterback.
Who
shall
Tyrann
not be named.
Mathieu?
Tyrann Mathieu, Marshawn Lattimore. Guys who picked the ball off like 20 times.
I'm being obnoxious. I'm sorry, listeners.
I will say, weird stat today. The Saints have 3 defensive touchdowns. I think it's going to be 2 pick sixes, 1 fumble return for a touchdown. And you know who that fumble's going to come from? DJ Moore. Easy.
Do you mean three defensive attached?
Today, Junior.
3 defensive touchdowns on the year?
No, of like this game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boo.
No, that they're good. 2 pick sixes and a fumble return for a touchdown. Then let's go to a probably going to be very entertaining game. Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens.
Seahawks and Ravens. This might be an interesting one. 6-2 Ravens, 5-2 Seahawks. You know what? This game is in Baltimore. I'm going to have to ride with the Ravens on this one. Lamar Jackson's going to have a day, and the Ravens are going to take it.
If any team can shut down the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Gus Edwards, Odell Beckham, it's the Seattle Seahawks.
Even though Odell hasn't done
They're
anything
back to
this
my
year.
pick as NFC champions. Sorry, Tampa. Love you to the day I die. But,
I
mean...
Did you say the Seahawks are going to win the NFC?
He did.
Okay. I just wanted to...
Do you have a problem with that?
We got it on recording.
Oh, we sure do. It's only week 9. Week 8? How many weeks are we in?
We're week 9, yep. Already halfway through the season.
Someone... who gave me a Red Bull? Give me Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks as well. Seahawks, I think, are now going to be playing more meaningful. And by more meaningful, I mean scoring more than 25 points. So I just think they can be the ones who beat the Ravens. I still think the Ravens are a little bit of a fraud. You know, my opinion. I don't think their team is that great. They just have lucky days where one thing works really well, and they do that continuously. Like, they love to continuously run the ball. And Gus Edwards has become a god, but whatever. I'm still going to take the Seahawks. And there is breaking news from the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray is questionable. So he may be activated. He may play. May see Kyler Murray instead of Clayton Tune. So he's making the trip. Well, we'll see if anything happens there. Moving on. Let's go to a meh game. Meh. Between the Los Angeles Rams and the we don't have an offense Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams on this one. No question about it. Matthew Stafford's going to have a day. Green Bay is not looking like Green Bay. And I think the Rams are going to get back on track.
Give me the Los Angeles Rams. Cooper Kupp. Puka Nakua. A.D. Aaron Donald. Big dog!
Nakua might not play. Stafford might not play.
Step on my toes, then. I thought I was going to say something way worse out of my mouth. Yeah, be ready.
Yep.
Red Bull. Give me the Rams. I like Jordan Love. Don't like him that much. Don't love him.
I see what you did there. But
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, just give me the Rams.
I think the Rams win if Stafford plays. If Stafford doesn't play, then the Packers win. It really is that much of a toss-up for me, because I love Matthew Stafford, but also if he doesn't play, I don't think they're going to do well. He is questionable, but even if he doesn't play, I guess I'll take the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. I don't want to explain myself further. Go with the Rams. Moving on. Let's go to the toilet bowl of the week. You can flush this one down. Unless if it gets clogged. The New York Football Giants. Between the Who the heck is this guy? Las Vegas Raiders.
Wow, you said it, Dan. This really is a toilet bowl. I don't even know who to pick after I'm still looking at it. I want to believe in Brian Dable. Is Tyrod playing this game, or is it?
No, he's out for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
It's supposed to be Daniel Jones.
It's supposed to be? Okay.
He was taken off the injury report today, so he's good.
You know what? Raiders just fired their coach. I mean, the team said they're happy about it. They had videos of them partying, quote unquote, in the locker room.
That's really bad.
But give me the Giants if Daniel Jones is there. I'm going to go Giants on this one. Brian Dable's going to switch it around.
They're back, baby. Devontae Adams. He's back. Give me the Raiders.
Even Jimmy. Oops, he's benched. Sorry, I forgot. They wished him a happy birthday. Day after he got benched.
Sick. I'm taking most quarterbacks over Daniel Jones.
Even Aiden O'Connell?
Yeah.
Look, I could understand Brian Hoyer, but Aiden O'Connell? Come on. I'm taking the Giants. I think the Giants still have a 10 times better defense, 2 times better offense, because there ain't much difference. I would have loved to see Darren Waller play this game, but of course he's out with his hamstring. This would have been the revenge game. But nonetheless, I think Saquon Barkley is going to be able to run up and down this field all day, all night. Probably won't even be able to stop him when the grounds crew gets on there. So give me the Giants. Moving on. Let's go to the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to take the Colts on this one. Colts, they put up a lot of points offensively. Panthers got their first win finally of the season last week. But I think they're going to come back down and realize that the Colts can play offense. Because the game that the Panthers won was really close last week. But I'm going to stick with the Colts on this one. And maybe it might be a close one. We'll see. Time will tell.
Panthers are a fluke team. Bryce Young is a terrible quarterback. I'm going to stand by that. They should have got Adam Thielen out of there. He deserves more than that. The white man himself needs some room to grow. Not even grow, just show his true talents as a white man in the NFL. But, give me Indy. Is Minshew Mania playing?
Yeah, of course.
Minshew Mania.
I really, really like this Indy team. I think they're dogs. They're in it. They're fighting all the way to the end. I'm going Colts.
Give me the Panthers. I like the Panthers as an upset here.
Why?
Getting their first win, having the momentum. It's not Frank Reich calling the plays. I think they have a good chance against a Colts team who allows a lot of points to win. I'm not going to put it past me. I think I want to take the upset here. I think Bryce Young gets his second win. 2 wins in a row for the Panthers. Minshew Mania loves to throw 3 picks a game. Almost every time. I mean, he throws at least 1. Against this Panthers defense, I can see 2.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I know, but I'm usually right on my upsets. So give me the Panthers. Moving on, let's finish up the games that nobody's a fan of, and then we'll go to the games that all matter. Let's wrap it up with Monday Night Football, the Chargers and the Jets.
Give me the Chargers. The Jets are still frauds. Zach Wilson is still a fraud. Justin Herbert is going to throw on this Jets defense all day long. And the Chargers are taking this dub.
Monday Night Football. Big lights on. Zach Wilson's going to fail because I need Justin Herbert to pop off as my fantasy quarterback so I can hopefully move to 8-1. Yes, listeners, you heard that right. 8-1.
Wow.
Better than the Blitz team. 2-6.
Don't remind me.
A draft master.
I am.
You know, there's still some discussions about how that team was drafted. Poorly.
But give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers as well. I just think the Chargers can charger only so much. And the Chargers will charge up the lights. They will get ready. And they will show that they can stop Garrett Wilson from having like 10 catches a game and Breece Hall from doing it actually well. So give me the Chargers. I think they'll finally do well enough in my mind. Moving on. Let's go. Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I think we know who I'm picking here. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Oh, I was about to say the Cowboys.
Oh. Well, you must be in a different universe, Dan.
Maybe.
This game's obviously in the link. Divisional rival game with Dallas. Hopefully Mike McCarthy will flip that coin and it'll be the bad day for that game.
Great callback. Great callback.
But I personally think this is going to be a shootout, just like the Washington game that the Eagles have played. Definitely going to be high scoring, just how much hatred these two teams have for each other. But I'm still going to ride with my Eagles, going to come out with the field goal win at the end.
Mike McCarthy flipping that coin. It's landing on heads. Was Micah Parsons coming for Jalen Hurts' head? Give me the Dallas Cow. I don't say this often because I hate, despise the Dallas Cowboys. But currently, my hatred for the Eagles is growing a little bit more every day. Hasn't surpassed the Cowboys, but it's getting there.
Is this still from week 3, Frank?
Calm down. Calm down.
Are you still on
you
about
need
week 3?
To calm down. Just calm down, man.
Just calm down. Whoa. Just take it easy, man.
Whoa. Take it easy,
Take it easy, man.
Nice little Drake and Josh reference. Give me the Dallas Cowboys.
Boo.
I'm sorry, Dallas Cowgirls.
That's better.
Chris, it's time.
You know what time it is.
It is the time.
The Eagles fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high. And watch those Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Yes.
That's the vibe.
Eagles, again. I need Jalen Hurts to throw 20 million touchdowns because I am facing Mr. Joe Cali in fantasy this week, and I need to beat him. I need it.
In Media Men or the other one that you guys are in?
Both.
Oh.
Both.
Oh, you're playing
both leagues. He needs to be demolished. Especially because I'm in the playoffs and he's not even close.
I'm cruising in that one.
Yeah, you're doing great. I'm on like the brink because 3-0 and then
I'm first.
You're first. Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, you're first. He's so happy. But I really need Joe to lose. Joe said he does not care about both of those leagues anymore because he's 1-7 in the Media Men League.
Oh, man.
And then he's 3-5 in the other. And I said, oh, just give me a free win then. And he's like, no. So I need to demolish him. He beat me last year. I need to beat him this year. And 2 times it would be great. Both with Jalen Hurts as my quarterback. Need that win.
I just saw Tanner's with new name or updated name for the Media Men team.
Oh, did he change it?
I think he added to it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Moving on. We cannot say the name on air. Moving on. We'll go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Houston Texans without Dameon Pierce.
I'm picking the Bucks on this one, Frank.
Try.
Let's go Bucks. I know you picked the Cowgirls in the last one, but I'm picking the Bucks on this one, Frank. I hope you like my pick. Now, let's move it on for your pick.
Hold on. I'm going to keep talking real quick. This 15-second ad is crazy. Oh, it's not playing. No, another 15-second ad.
Baker Mayfield's going to have a day. I'm going to add that
Baker Mayfield is going to shock the world. This Texans team is fine. C.J. Stroud looks fine. So far, he's probably been the best rookie quarterback, I would say. Yes. But
I'd have to agree on that, yeah.
We're fighting to make the playoffs. That's where we are right now.
No.
C-A-N-E-R-S.
No. Get it off.
You said you're done.
I will turn myself off to save the viewers'
Bay,
ears.
the Bucks know how to shine.
I'm sorry,
defense is
listeners.
going to eviscerate, evaporate, destroy, conquer. We're about to become an Avengers level threat.
After not seeing the ball last week?
Oof!
After like 3 DPI calls in the end zone? Whatever. Get on.
After having to get a touchdown off our player's head?
Are those cannons going off this game, Frank?
Thank you for reminding me of my bit.
Are they
I love this
going?
bit. How do you spell Texans? That's 6 letters. That's 6 points. And you know how many points are in a touchdown? Boom! 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 And don't forget the extra point. Boom! Bucks are going to annihilate the Texans. We're going to get back on our winning ways. This has nothing to do with Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles, I hate you so much. I want you shot out of a cannon. I'll say it every week until that happens. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are about to get back in the win column, where we're going to go back on top of the NFC South, and we're running home with it now.
I agree. I think the Buccaneers win this game. I think the Buccaneers are too good to lose this game to the Texans. Last game, Bills, Bengals. Chris, go ahead.
Bills, Bengals, Sunday night. Oh, boy. This is going to be one interesting game to watch. I almost want to say Cincinnati, but I think the Bills have something to prove here. I think the Bills know what needs to be done in this primetime game. Josh Allen knows what primetime is all about. So, that's going to leave me with my pick, with Joshua Patrick Allen and the Buffalo Bills winning this game. Frank?
Respectable. I have to agree. This is obviously the revenge game for the Bills. Obviously, first game in this, last year. First time they meet in the season. It's, the unfortunate injury to DeMar Hamlin. And then the second time they meet, divisional round. The game doesn't go the way the Bills like it. You're about to see an inverse here. You're about to see an Uno reverse step back. And the Bills put up the 3. As in 3, I mean 30. 3 times 10 is 30 points.
Quick maths.
Quick math.
Bills beat the Bengals. I think it's going to be a great game. Shootout. But give me the Bills. Actually, no, not shootout. I'm playing Tyler Boyd. Give me it's Bills. Bills all day.
Bills by $1 billion, baby.
Bills by $1
billion.
Baby.
Of course I gotta agree. How can I not agree? Because this angered me 10 times more than anything else in the world during this week.
When we won in the snow, a couple of their players were saying if it wasn't...
Of course it refreshes. Of course. But it was basically Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase saying, oh, the Bills, a couple of the Bills players came over and complained they lost because of the snow. What do you mean? We play in the snow more than you do. What do you mean we would complain? What are your fans and your media creating, you stupid Cincinnati Bengals? I hate your city! The Bills are going to walk in, Damar Hamlin coming out of the ambulance like he's Triple H, rips open the doors, and the Bills are gonna run all over you!
That's Hulk Hogan, not Triple H.
Was it Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan is Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother. Triple H is the spitting, the cerebral assassin, the game.
Well, yeah, but wasn't Triple H the one who came out of the ambulance?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But like the thing you said after.
No, that Hogan. Wasn't supposed to be.
That's the bad person.
But that wasn't supposed. You know, we'll move on. Give me the Bills. How can you not give me the Bills? That's gonna do it for the show. Chris, socials now.
You can follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you still like to call it, at CJacobello17.
Frank!
Follow me on Elon Musk's favorite app, X, at Frank Lopez _561. Wait, no, Frank 561 Lopez. And then on Instagram at Frank Lopez _561. Also, LA Knight beats Roman Reigns for the Universal title tomorrow.
And then, for me, you can follow me on X at _D, capital WNY. You can follow the Blitz on the Instagram, at the _Blitz _on _91.3 _FM, because I made it long and very confusing. Have a great week, everybody. Go Bills, go Bucks, go Eagles. Oh, yeah. We'll see you Monday. On a Victory Monday.